So today we have come to ADR Axles at Long Bennington in the UK. Liam here is going to be showing us round, and I'm quite interested in this place because I've been here many times picking axles up, but I've never actually gone round and had a look at what sort of products you do, because there is a project coming up at some point in the future where I'm going to need some more axles, so we can go around today and have a look and show you, the viewers at home, what you do here at ADR.
Yeah.
So the first thing we've got, these are the axles. They're trailer axles, suspension, air brakes, anything basically to make a trailer work.
Basically, yeah. So we try and pride ourselves to be a bit of a sort of one-stop shop on everything underneath the chassis itself of a trailer.
Okay.
So from the wheels to the axles to suspension.
Yep.
Basically anything that you need for the running gear of a trailer,
okay,
we can supply.
And then all the spare parts as well here?
Yep, all the aftermarket as well. So we try and keep pretty much for every size of axle, all the consumables, so your bearings, your seals, studs, nuts, anything that you might need just to keep it going.
Brakes?
Yep, brakes, we keep the brake shoes, so the brake shoes and the lining kits as well if you want to reline them. Anything just to basically keep you going.
Brilliant. Right, let's go and start and have a look around here.
As we come down, you can see all the different consumables that we have for the spares. So the camshafts, if they snap, sometimes they break. So
they're the camshafts that adjust the brakes?
Yeah, so you have your flat cam and your S cam, depending on what size the brakes are.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just wear, so we have those to replace. The actual brake shoes as well that we have in box form, so per hub you can buy a brake shoe kit. That'll come with all your springs, your linings, all in the same kit.
I just want to say how important ADR have been to me. I mean, I think 80% of my trailers in the yard are all running ADR, right from like the trailers that are as old as me, like the muck trailer, the old dump trailer as well, it's all running ADR running gear. Even my big square baler, it's all running ADR axles and running gear. So that's, what sort of market share are you?
Yeah, so at the minute in the UK it's about 70%.
All right, okay.
So globally there's about 1,500 employees for the group, so we operate in 50 different countries. So yeah, global reach at the minute is about 70-75% in the market.
Just show you, look at all these axles here. How many axles do you just come out of this one warehouse every year?
I would say about...
Thousands.
Yeah, thousands.
Thousands.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, right. And then over here we've got, these are like the running gear as well, are they?
Yeah.
These are the springs.
Yeah, so this is a bogie setup for a customer. So we build these up on the actual springs ready to go.
Yeah.
So what they'll have to do is basically weld on the brackets to actually put the suspension on the trailer.
Yeah.
Bolt the axles underneath, so these normally run on the round axles, the commercial.
Yeah, okay.
And then that's ready to go. So it just makes it a bit easier to fit.
Okay.
These are all the springs for the suspension. So we have the parabolic suspension, which is more of a sort of soft ride.
All right.
Compared to the multi-leaf. The multi-leaf is a bit more harsher, so more springs in the leaf.
Right, okay.
Sorry, more leaves in the spring. So you can see here that's like a 3-leaf. So that's something that you would use typically on like a 20-ton trailer.
Okay.
If you wanted to use something going up to like 30-ton, you'd use a more harsh multi-leaf suspension.
Okay. These then here, these are what we were just talking about.
Yeah, so these are, what I was saying before, you have more leaves in the actual spring itself, so this might be used for a more sort of harsh environment, sort of more of like a rugged terrain, that sort of thing. So essentially you can see here, this is what we sort of pride ourselves on. The whole kit, from the axles to the brake kit, the actuators as well that we do brake calculations for, so we'll have a look at the axles and the wheels. You know, what sort of weight's going onto your trailer, we'll work out which actuators you need. This setup is a dual line, so air hydraulic. We can do both air only or dual line air hydraulic.
You do all the tanks and everything?
Do the tanks, and then we do the LSVs as well, so the load sensing valves, we preset them here, depending again on what the trailer's doing.
Okay.
If it is a specific setup that doesn't need load sensing, automatic load sensing, we have manual as well. So if you have the lever on the side of the trailer, so we can fit manual load sensing.
So 17 years ago was the first time I ever came here, when I built my first ever trailer when I was an apprentice. And those axles came from here, and look, they're still going strong, and they've been absolutely brilliant. I had mini super single tyres on there. Yeah, real good. But there is another project that I want to do at some point. I always said when I built the first ever flat trailer, I want to build my own tipping trailer, but I haven't got around to doing it yet. So hopefully this is going to be another project in the future where we build a tipping trailer. Now we've got all the CNC plasma cutter and everything in the workshop. It's quite an exciting project to get on with, that is. I keep seeing these as well. They look like a ring gear off the bottom of a digger for doing the slew round, but they're not, are they?
No, so this is for another type of trailer that people build. So normally you have a twin axle setup,
Yeah. 2
axles together. What we'd use this for is if you've got an axle at the front and an axle at the rear, you'd have the turntable at the front axle.
So it's like a bogey.
Gives you more manoeuvrability around the yard and that sort of thing.
These are mainly European, aren't they?
They are, yeah. Not many people use them over here, but yeah, we do still get them for like vegetable trailers and that sort of thing.
Okay, interesting. Right, we're going to go have a look at the actual axles now. Right from like the small, what do you start at?
So we start at 35mm beam,
Yeah.
Unbraked, all the way up to 150mm beam.
Yeah.
We can have stub axles, so half axles, or full beam axles go up to 2.5 metres in width.
So I used stub axles when we built the trebuchet. They're all ADR axles and commercial axles for the running gear, but then like I say, for the actual swinging part, it's using ADR axles.
Yeah.
So these are the smallest axles you got, are they?
So this is one of the smaller ones that we use. So maybe use this on a 2-ton tipping trailer, something like that.
Yeah.
These don't have brakes in them, so these will probably take, like I say, a couple of ton on them. Quite rugged, but again, they're sort of basic axles with no brakes.
But then you've got the same there that are braked.
Yeah, and then we do the brake version, so you can see there the centre compensator that's used for the brakes themselves.
Okay.
So the actuator will work off that compensator, pull the levers, and that will turn the brakes on and off.
Brilliant. Right, down to the next lot.
So basically, as we move up the aisles, you can see they get bigger, so bigger brakes. You're moving on to like an 8-stud and a 10-stud pattern now, so you're getting into your commercial stuff now.
Right, okay.
So typically these sort of axles, as they get into this size, will be used on the road a lot more.
Okay.
So we've got homologated brakes that are used for road.
Yeah.
420 by 180 is the biggest size, that's the biggest selling size, that's like the commercial use. But these aren't on the round axles.
Are you supplying to a lot of trailer manufacturers in the UK?
Yeah, so we supply to pretty much all of the major manufacturers in the UK.
Okay.
And the main sizes that they would have would be these sort of bigger size axles, the steering axles.
That's a big one, isn't it? That big one there.
Yeah. So
these are steering as well, are they?
Yeah. So these are the steering ones that we supply to some of the big OEMs in the country.
Right. Okay. There's a lot of stock in here as well, and some people have them pre-painted. Do they green light?
Yeah. So we'll have customers come on. They just want to make it a little bit quicker for their build. Instead of painting them themselves, they want it in their colours.
Yep.
Which makes sense for us to do it. So we get them bought in already painted.
Then we move on to stub axles. So they're not a full axle. They're just one side, aren't they, or whatever?
Yep, just one size. So we can get different lengths of them, but they predominantly come in sort of a standard thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Braked and unbraked, again, different size beams.
The next thing I want to look at, which I was really interested in, like I said back there, we're looking at some point building our own trailer. And I just want to show you this because it's really interesting. So if there's someone out there who wants to build their own trailer, you actually offer this where everything's pre-welded. So all you do, you just put the spring hangers onto a bit of box section and weld it on, so it's all spaced out.
Yeah, so what we found is to make things a little bit easier for the build, we'll do the fabricating here for the suspension centres.
Okay.
So we'll put the centre rocker and the brackets and everything on these plates. We can even put the springs on, so we can actually fit the springs onto the brackets. We can put the axles onto the springs, and essentially the whole kit then is flipped upside down and put onto the trailer. So it's actually welded as a whole unit, as a complete unit onto the trailer.
Okay. So we've had the suspension leaf springs, we've had all the axles. These are now the rockers, would you call them?
Yeah, centre rockers, for the suspension.
Centre rockers. Then over here we've got the massive drawbar.
Drawbars, yeah. So
these are the drawbar springs, are they?
Yep, so these obviously at the front of the trailer, depending on the weight that's going onto them, we have 4 different sizes, weight capacity for the drawbars.
I bet they're not light, are they?
No, so they'll take about, they're 21 tonne, those ones.
And how much do you go up to, you say, with them?
So 21 is the biggest that we do.
Yeah.
The group do 24, but the biggest we stock here is 21 tonne.
Okay. And then if we have a look down here as well, we've got some more down here. They're a different, slightly smaller size, aren't they?
Yeah, so they're slightly different. They're 18. So yeah, moving through, you're going down to sort of like 14.
Yeah. And then we're back to some bogey rockers as well, some different size.
Yeah, so the bogies, again, it's just another thing that we can offer to be built up already. So essentially they're going to put that onto the bottom of their chassis.
Yeah.
And once that's all fixed, it's just a case of putting the axles on either side then.
What's better, a single axle rocker like that or one like that where you've got a bit at each end?
Depends what you're using it for. I mean, things like balers will
Yep.
be used on a bogie.
Yeah.
If you're just using just a general sort of bale trailer or something like that, we'd try and use a typical mechanical size.
Okay.
These can be a little bit too complex for typical farm use.
Okay.
If you're just using it around a yard, there's no point really having something like that. Depends on the application, really.
Next thing you got, this is all your stock of rims, wheels, tyres,
Yep.
loads and loads of different stuff. I
Yep.
mean, I've come here today to obviously pick the tyres up, but it's now ended up turning into a factory tour of axles because I find it really interesting.
Yep.
But what are you mainly stocking?
So we've signed an exclusivity deal this year with ZC Rubber. So we stock anything from so small trailer tyres,
Yep.
super singles, going all the way up to sort of tractor tyres. We try to get as big a range as we possibly can,
Yeah.
but obviously you can see that what we hold majority of the stock of is your typical super single sizes,
Yeah.
like your 560/60 trailer tyres that would sell typically quite a lot of.
You build all this up as well?
Yeah, so we build it all up, so customers sometimes want to come and just replace the tyres.
Yep.
So we can fit on the rims, ourselves, and then it's ready to go.
Yep. And then down here, so this is where they actually turn around, this is where they fit the tyres,
Yep.
and they also put the axles together, do
Yep.
the painting,
Yep.
any welding that needs doing.
Yep. So again, like we were saying about the chassis plates down there, bolting the whole unit onto the trailer, we have the same sort of similar thing here where we'll put the axles on the suspension.
Oh, okay.
And then again, if they want it painted in their colours of the specific trailer, we can paint it as well.
Oh, brilliant.
So again, this is something that we built up for a customer. This is one of our steering axles, the Techno-Ax axle. Again, what I was saying about the 420/180 brake, which this is, it's like the most common used for road going. So for this specific customer, they wanted this building up on the actual suspension.
You've got a jig that does this to get it dead right.
Yeah, so we preset it, we get all the measurements from the OE.
Yep.
They will tell us how they're going to build the trailer,
Yep.
and we preset it all for them. And then it's literally a case of putting the brackets on the underside of the chassis and bolting it straight on.
I like the idea of the way you're like a one-stop shop. You can come here, get the leaf hangers already in the right place, literally slap them on, slap the axles on. Within half hour, you've near enough got a trailer, haven't you?
Yeah. So
and then all the air brake kit and everything, put that on afterwards. And
so we get the broad spec of what you're trying to achieve through the weight. Is it going on the road? Is it just for farm use? And we'll try and build a picture from there. So we'll try and advise the best wheels, the best axles for what you're trying to typically do.
Oh, okay.
So any cutting down of the axles, if there's something that's interfering on your trailer, that the axle's a little bit too long, we'll cut them down so there's no interference.
Very bespoke.
Very bespoke. So yeah, it's all to suit the sizes and the trailers you've got.
Yeah, okay. This is some of the stock you got ready to go out, is it?
Yep, so as I was saying with the 420/180, it's the most common. These are all 420/180.
Steering axles all they are, aren't they?
They're steering, yeah, these are all rigid round axles and they're sold to customers.
What's the difference between round and square axles?
You typically get more round axles in the UK.
Yeah.
Europe tend to go on the square beam. There is a small difference in capacity. So the Techno-Ax has got a range of both square and round that offers different capacities. So it depends on what you're doing as to what axle you go for, really.
Okay. Next we're on to air tanks, is this?
Yeah, so this is the air brakes. So this is where we do all the fitting, the loading of the pre-sensing, the pre-sensing of the load sensing valves, and the cutting the hoses and that sort of thing for the air brakes.
What's in this room here then?
Let's have a look. So again, what we were talking about the air brakes, we do the load sensing valve preset here.
What's the load? How does this work then?
So essentially, the load sensing valve will detect the load that's on your trailer,
Yeah.
and that will put the different pressures going onto your brakes depending on how much weight is on the trailer.
Okay.
So that will be fixed on the underside of your chassis. As you're putting load onto the trailer, it'll alter the brakes, it'll alter the pressure going onto the brakes.
Okay.
So
you build all that up in this room?
Yeah, we build them here, we preset them here. We have all the valves and everything that go with them, so all the fittings to actually fit it to the trailer. And again, it's all bespoke, so if someone's had a slightly different design, we can have different fittings to make sure it works.
What's the most popular, air brakes or hydraulic brakes?
Dual line. It's air hydraulic now is the most popular.
Oh, so they can use both?
Yeah, both, yeah.
Okay.
Used to be hydraulic only, but now people are going a little bit more to dual line.
Oh, brilliant. So that was a nice little look round. Never actually been round here before. I've only ever been in the doorway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pleased to have a look round because it gives me a bit of a insight into what you've got. So when I want something in the future, I want to build this tipping trailer project or whatever.
Yeah.
I know what you've got, and I can ring you up and say, right, this is what I'm doing. You can advise me on what I want.
Yeah.
I think this size axle here, I mean, this is huge. This would be for like a massive muck spreader or something where it's carrying loads of weight on like a single axle, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'd want something a little bit smaller than this, but you can advise me on that. But anyway, thank you very much for showing us around. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. I'll put a link in the description to ADR Axles. I mean, you don't really need no introduction of who you are because you're just such a big company anyway, but brilliant to have a bit of an insight and look around the place. So
thanks for
thank you very much. Right, see you all soon. Bye-bye.